thought you said that I would miss out, but you're still a bum. I thought you said you had me figured out, nigga, are you dumb? I thought you said that you're in the man, but you're still unknown. I thought you said that you ain't looking back, why you on my phone? You was leeching, started tweaking, like Cardi said. What's the reason? Now you're wifey, talking spicy, but when I pulled up, she wouldn't fight me. And I thought you said to keep a lid on my feelings, and I thought you said we wouldn't last, I'm still with her. And I thought you said the hurt you gave was my business, and I thought you said this won't be going down. Boy, I was a fool. I had niggas, but I settled for you. You're my loss. Boy, bye, I never lose. Tell your girl, go out, cop your new shoes, cause shit is leaning. Boy, I was a fool to think that I was colliding through, when in fact the spies pointed to you. God bless, go find something to do, cause baby you tweaking. You tryna be petty and started pissing me off, when you did not have this energy. My bro made you look soft, and you can stop all the pillow talking. Your shit ain't all that, telling a million stories but always missing the facts. You steady tryna be petty and started pissing me off, when you did not have this energy. My bro made you look soft, and you can stop all the pillow talking. Your shit ain't all that, telling a million stories but always missing the facts. And I ain't here for all that. And I thought you said to keep a lid on my feelings, and I thought you said we wouldn't last, I'm still with her. And I thought you said the hurt you gave was my business, and I thought you said this won't be going down. And I thought you said to keep a lid on my feelings, and I thought you said we wouldn't last, I'm still with her. And I thought you said the hurt you gave was my business, and I thought you said this won't be going down. You was leeching, started tweaking, like Cardi said. What's the reason? Now you're wifey, talking spicy, but when I pulled up, she wouldn't fight me. Unlikely. And I thought you said to keep a lid on my
You already know what it is. It's the Proof in the Pudding podcast show. I'm very excited about today. I've been telling y'all all week. Very talented vocalist, very talented songwriter. Y'all just seen the video. That's my jam right there. Yo, so without any further ado, Brooklyn is in the building. Bed-Stuy, stand up for Miss Cheeche Lovato. Yo, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Yo, I'm feeling that song right there, yo. So what inspired that record right there? You doing some things with that right there.
I mean? Like, I try whatever. I do a little 1 and 2.
Right. So let's talk about the video. Like, who shot the video, and how did you come up with the concept for that?
Okay, so boomer. My videographer, his name is Smith. His Instagram is called Royal Youths. I met him at a photo shoot I did like 2 years ago, and then we just locked in, and he has done every single video I've dropped to this day, because I just fuck with the
visuals of it. In terms of concept, I kind of just got the concept listening to the song. Like I just wanted a personality vid.
Right.
So I wanted to show, I guess, different sides of me, like a little in my head how the different me's would run.
Right.
I got the bougie, and I got the mean, and I got the thug, and I got the silly. Like it's just all into
All in one.
one.
And you definitely captured that in the video. So let's talk about the lyrics. Yo, you saying some things in there.
I'm
Let's talk about
saying nothing crazy.
right. So it's kind of like letting them know, like, yo, you said this, but hey.
Nah, I was dead ass in those videos. Like these are true events. Like
Wow,
everything I write really happened.
wow, so this rip wow. So somebody told you, yo, you going
Yeah, I had a little entanglement a year and a half ago that really did a number.
right,
And he always had this thing about him where he wanted to like seem superior. He had that like Napoleon complex about him. It was really weird. It was very toxic.
wow,
And one of the things he used to say is like, "You're nothing without me. You're not gonna be nothing without me. Like
right,
I'm this, I'm that. You know how many bitches want me? Like you bugging." Like he always tried to downgrade me. So then when I moved on, that was like a aha song to
right.
him. Like
Wow. And you definitely did that. So let's talk about it. Did you hit a beat first, or did you already go in like, yo, I got something for on this one? Or
um
did you hit a beat and it just inspired it?
I had an idea on the type of song I want to write because I usually like to come with some type of concept before I start looking for beats that fit that mood.
Right,
So I was flipping through beats and I knew I just wanted to do another song about him because half of my second EP is about him.
wow.
I know I'm emotional. So
You
I
good?
wanted to like, I guess it's like a closure song. I just
Right,
wanted to do one more song to finish him off in my head to like close this
right,
chapter. So I just found a beat that best described me, but also the mood I was going for with that R&B feel to it,
right.
all in one box.
And that's the thing right there, which is sound. You have a very unique sound.
Thank
How
you.
important is that to you not sounding like other people?
Crazy enough, I get compared to Janae Aiko all the time. So I'm
Wow.
just like, I hope people don't hear me and immediately think of her like I'm trying to copy her style or whatever. But like being like in my own lane, I would say is very important because like you'll stand out more. You know how all the greats just have that distinctive sound. You don't even have to guess who it is. You just know.
Right,
So it's kind of cool. This like as my fan base grow, more and more people could just spot me, like even in features, because I'm starting to do more features now. So it's
right,
like, oh, that's Cheeche. I'll be like,
wow.
oh, you went to okay, like
Right.
it's bad dope. It's a dope feeling.
Okay, so yo, let's talk about that EP right there because there's a lot
That's
of there's some joints on there. I didn't know the EP was about him. There's another joint up there that I like too. But yo, let's talk about it. So, okay, when you did that first one, the video we just played, how far into the project was that early in the project or towards the end? That was the last one you said.
That was the last video I dropped for my second, no, for my third EP. Wow, I have
Oh,
3 EPs.
you
Whew.
got three EPs?
For my third EP, I just wanted like I didn't really want to do too much visuals to it because I know I have another project coming for the
Right,
people. So I just wanted them to enjoy the music side. But that was after I dropped the EP.
right. And this is the I Guess You Know Now EP.
Yes.
Okay, so yo, I'm in tune.
Ooh,
And I got my notes. I got the
you
notes.
wrote those. You came prepared. That's what I like to
Yeah,
see.
you already know how we do it. So yo, so let's talk about what was the first project. I mean, the first song going into the project. How did
Um,
that happen?
the first song on the project or my first song on my first project?
The first song on that. I Guess You Know Now.
The first song was Honesty Hour.
Honesty Hour.
And I have actually written that song for my second EP, but it did not make the cut only because of the sound.
Right,
Like, I was kind of on a border deadline because I set deadlines for myself. Like, I be feeling like I'm already in the industry.
right,
So I set a deadline and I'm like, yo, all my other songs solid. It sounds like it just needs to be on a project. With this one, I don't even want to put it on there because I don't want to make it too like
Right.
sappy. Plus, I had to fix a couple notes. Me and like that take. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just re-record it and put it on the latest one I dropped, and it actually did pretty well. It's like
Okay.
timing was perfect.
Right. So the honesty hour. So let's talk about the beat. Did you have the concept already, or did the beat you hear the beat then come up with the concept?
When I was writing Honesty Hour, which is one of my favorites, I was in a very, very fucked up place that night. I remember I was high as hell off weed.
Right.
Right? I was high as hell. And I was listening to beats because I have a day I like to pick out the week or so where I just listen to beats and I save the ones I like and I come back to them later.
Right.
So immediately when I heard that beat, I'm like, yo, it's giving me the blues vibes. Like, this is the one. I gotta write to it. And then I just
Wow.
wrote. Again, it was about the same guy. Crazy enough. Not
Wow.
crazy.
Wow.
But it was just like a resentment. So like, I was just me being honest and just
Right.
open about my perception of our entanglement and how
Right.
it made me feel and how it made me see myself and how he acted. Like just my
Wow.
reflection song.
Right. And that makes sense because, like, I guess you now know now. So sometimes we're in situations, we keep the feelings bottled up. We don't talk about it.
Right.
We don't want to hurt their feelings. So it's like in the honesty hour, that was kind of like your release.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
So it's not wrong with that. So did you know, okay, this is the project, or were you just recording the song, or did you know I'm about to make a project?
Um I was really trying to like solidify my foot in the door, I guess, in terms of like people taking me seriously. Because in the beginning of my music career, it was
Right.
kind of shaky. It wasn't really stable. People would come and go. And that's also because, I just started. My sound wasn't really developed back then. And, I'm
Right.
assuming people just didn't have that much faith, which I
Right.
get it. Everybody's a work in progress. So after the drop of my second EP last year, because I dropped two in 1 year,
Okay.
after that, I'm like, yo, I gotta drop another one. Like, I'm not done. I'm still sad. Like, people still,
Right.
because I noticed, like, the people's like to hear my vulnerable side more than when I'm like chilling. And I'm
Right.
like, they gravitate to that more. So it works. So I'm like, why not just continue to tell my story and just close that chapter out?
Right. And that makes sense right there. And that's one thing about being an artist. A lot of times you sharing your pain. A
Yeah.
lot of people can relate, but it's painful going through it. So you said you was in a bad place writing this, the honesty hour.
What?
So what came next? What was the second song?
Second song was I Thought You Said.
That's the one we just watched.
Yes.
Okay.
So
So
I Thought You Said. And then the third one I believe is Toxic.
all right. See now
Very
that
fun
one.
song to write.
That one right there. I bet it was fun. And you showed out in that video. So let's talk about it. We're gonna jump to toxic later, but I want to talk about that one because I know you had fun and you talked that talk on that. So when you heard the beat, what was going through your mind when you made that song?
I heard that beat first from Brent Fayez. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
I haven't.
He did Crew Love, that song that was pretty popular.
Right.
Also, Fuck the World.
Oh
He made a
wow.
whole album. I'm trying to think of another popular song he did because he's more so like you just gotta know him, but he's not underground no more. But he's like,
He's coming up, right? He's
yeah,
getting up
he's
there,
not
right?
mainstream yet, but he's getting it. Like he's starting to get way more publicity.
Wow.
But that's actually his beat because he made a song called Rehab and I was
Wow.
like, I got too many hoes. It was one of those songs. So I
Right.
heard the beat and I'm like, I feel like I could write a better song. Like this is just me being cocky. Like, okay, I like the beat. I'm gonna snatch it. I'm gonna do my own thing and I'm gonna see where it goes from there.
Okay.
And that's
Okay.
literally what it was. I wanted to do something more jazzy, but not jazzy, but give that feel of like a old school eccentric vibe.
Right. And that's the thing. So it's like the topic, toxic.
Yeah.
We talking about relationships. So are we talking bust your windows out your car? Burn your clothes like what was it, Angela Bassett waiting they hell. How toxic are we getting?
Um, Toxic was like a song I wrote for fun, but it is dead had truth in it. But it was more so like I wasn't really going through nothing with that. I just wanted to write a song being toxic.
Right.
It was actually meant to be about drugs with a pizzazz of like toxic energy. I wanted to write a drug song.
Wow.
I don't do drugs, but I feel like it's cool to have like a drug song. I don't
Right.
know.
And that's the
So
thing.
I
Right.
just put in my experiences of my toxic moments in there, and also like a hint of future. I don't
Right.
know.
So Future was an influence on that.
Slightly.
Right.
Slightly.
Was it the Sprite or was it the codeine and the lean? Which one was it?
I wanted to give that Percocet, Molly Percocet
Okay. Oh
vibe.
wow. So we're gonna do an upper and a down at the same time. We're gonna charge our heart up and die at the same time. Let's do it. Yeah, but I mean, when you the way you did it was clever. It was
Thank you.
creative. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and you flipped it, and it takes a while to do that. So how long did it take you to be able to flip your concepts that way? Because it's not like one and one is two. It's not basic.
Yeah, it will
Yeah.
has to fit.
Right.
It took like probably 4 days to
For it.
finish that. Cause when I'm in my procrastinative state and I'll just write a verse, I let it sit, then I'll re-sing it for a little while, see if it's like okay, people will fuck with it, and then then I'll go probably to the chorus, second verse, stop, and then I'll come finish it. Like it's one of those processes. Only
Okay.
like when I'm really locked in, I could finish a song in 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
But you know, when
Wow.
I'm just trying to write a song, like not trying to force it out of me, just let it come. Take a couple days.
Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. And you definitely brought it on that song. So now you put the song out. People
Mm,
see the name of it. Title. Toxic.
mm.
First thing you're thinking, yeah, we about to go crazy. I'm riding, but we going to jail. You hear the song. It's a vibe. It's a
Right.
vibe. We don't walk in. They got everything you want. Your choice. So it's like when people heard the song, what was their reaction?
They said they felt like I was giving Erica Badu vibes.
Wow.
Believe it or not, I heard that a lot. And I'm like, I sound nothing like her. But they was just like, the vibe of the song was just mad. Erica Badu. And I'm like, they was fucking with it though. They was like, that's different from you. Because you don't usually be on beats like that. It's
Right.
usually, boy beats or more with a lot of drums and percussion. I just wanted to change it up a little bit to let people know, I'm versatile.
Right. And you definitely did it. So yo, you dropped that on them. They didn't see that one coming.
They did it.
All right. So what's number 4 on the
Number
EP?
4. I wish I had my checklist. Stuck on Stupid.
Come on now. All right.
Stuck on Stupid was number 4.
All right. So just the title and that alone. Stuck on stupid.
I know.
All right. We're gonna have a real moment right now. I don't know you, you don't know me like that. We're gonna have a real moment.
Okay.
When we talk about Stuck on Stupid, I haven't heard it. I'm gonna go back, definitely listen to the EP. I haven't heard
Okay.
the song. I'm just hearing the title. Stuck on Stupid. So am I stuck on stupid? Or were you going through a stuck on stupid moment?
I was sitting on that song, believe it or not, since 2014, right?
Wow.
No, I'm lying. 2016.
2016.
2016. And that was about my old relationship that was like roughly 5 years.
Right.
We were into it. We broke up like 4 years ago. But it was just me talking about that. That was a different type of toxic combust of a relationship.
Right.
I was real stupid. So I'm like, we were on a break. And one thing about my ex at that time, he did not like me going to the studio. So that's what
Wow.
prolonged my career. And I feel like, thank God we broke up, because had we not, I would not be here right now. Like, not like life wise, but like musically,
Right.
I'll probably be with like 3 kids,
Right.
still sad, trying to chase after a cheating boyfriend. Like,
Wow.
he had me in that place where, like, I was really naive and blind and delusional. And I took that moment where I could be in the studio and I wrote about it and I recorded it. But I could, every time I recorded it in the past, it just did not sound how it was supposed to sound. So
Right.
I kept prolonging it, kept prolonging it, kept prolonging it. And it was time to work on the project. I'm like, what other songs I can put in there that I still, like, people would still fuck with.
Right.
So I went back to my little goodie bag of songs that's unfinished or I wanted to do over, and I found Stuck on Stupid. And I'm like, oh, I could just re-record it and put it on the tape. And that's what I did.
Wow. Okay, so by then you have practiced, you had got to, you're learning as you're going. So it's like
Yeah.
when you first heard the song, it's like, yo, it came out good, but it's like, yo, this ain't what I heard. Sometimes as an
Mm-hmm.
artist, it's
Right.
like people may say, yo, that's rocking, but it's like we know what we hear when
Right.
we're creating the music. So it's like the first time you're like, nah, this ain't it. I ain't gonna put it out right now.
Right.
Not that it was bad, it just didn't feel right. It's
Same.
like, yo,
It's
this
the
right.
same.
So now when you do it this time around,
Mm-hmm.
was it when you first start retweaking the beat, or did you just record it? When did you know, like, now I'm ready?
Um, I just knew for some reason. I'm just like, the timing for this is now, only because I was given, like, and this is what I learned coming up. Never give snippets to a song that is undone, that you're not gonna drop. Like, be sure that shit is solidified
Right.
before you start making vids, because then people are waiting for the song.
Wow.
And I made that mistake by, like, posting a vid about it, like, dropping soon in the midst of the relationship.
Right.
And people was just like, so when is it gonna drop? And I ain't like how it sounded. So I'm just like, it's gonna drop soon. Like, I kept prolonging it. So now that I'm in a better place, I feel like, why not re-record it? I know I'm gonna execute it the way I want to this time. I know it's gonna sound how I want it. Plus, I've grown so much from my first song to now. So
Right.
it was just like, I knew. Like, once I went through my list, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's potential. We're just gonna put that up there.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like you sound like a vet, like you've been doing it a while. So it's like you can see the
Thank
growth.
you.
I don't know the beginning, but it's like you in there now, like, yo, this is what I do. I ain't come to play.
I'm trying to be the next best big thing. Trying to
Wow.
be up there, top tier.
And you definitely on your way. Like I said, I heard the music. I was impressed. Like, who is this? In North Carolina. So it's like, yo, you're doing your thing. You're doing something right. That's what I
Thank
said. I
you.
seen something in you, like, yo, she's on her way. So you got the sound, you got the look. So it's like we're talking about, what was that? The fourth song, right? The one we
Yeah.
went Stuck on Stupid. So
Mm-hmm.
what was number 5?
Number 5, I was stuck on stupid was, I know, it's 7 songs, right? Or
Okay.
bugging. It's 7. Only because I'm trying to really think right now. And that's so sad, right? I
It's all good.
know.
It's all good.
Yikes.
Yo,
I just know with the 6th and 7th song, or maybe it's only 6 songs, and I'm just tweaking right now.
we smoking, so we might be flying high right now. It's all good.
Feel
Either way.
me? I might have missed a song. I'm not gonna lie, but the only song I could think of next is "This Is Why."
This is why. So let's talk about This Is Why.
This is
'Cause,
why.
right. So
That,
what
this is really busting my, like, this is bothering me. Oh my god. Okay, this is why, right?
okay, so let's talk about that one. What was up with This Is Why?
Um, that song is very personal to me. It was actually it talks about the relationship between me and my mom,
Wow.
because we didn't have the best relationship. So we had this period where I would always feel like the guy who she's with now is like manipulating her and brainwashing her, and like she's just not the same mother I grew up knowing. Like she totally changed. I always had this like, are you not seeing what I'm seeing? Hello, like with her, and that would make us clash and like pull apart. So
Wow.
before I moved out, we got into like this pretty bad argument, and even like before leading up to that, we were getting really bad yelling matches, and it would most times it would be because of him or how he felt the way about something, and she'll just over exaggerate because she's annoyed that he's complaining, so she take it out on me or like
Right.
little stupid stuff like that. So I was just like, I was very, very hesitant to drop this. Believe you me, like only because my mom, she likes to pretend she's not sensitive. That's a very sensitive lady, and she also takes things very deeply. So I did not want this to come across as I hate her song.
Right.
That's not the message of the song, but I know how she would take it. So at first I was like, I'm gonna just write this song and I'm gonna just leave it in my pocket as a song. But
Right.
then, you know, a good friend of mine named, you know, Scrams, he's also another artist, he's a rapper. Check him
Okay.
out, y'all.
Nice.
My
Nice.
son Scrams was like, you know, a part of being an artist is being real vulnerable. And you're not the only person that goes through stuff like this. Like this could really like help other females who feel that way about their mom feel like they're not alone. You don't know
Right.
who you're helping. You know who you impacting. And I'm like, yeah, but my mom is like, she'll understand. Like when you're making money and you big, like this is all about the progress. It's not personal.
Right.
And he gave me the confidence to be like, okay. I mean, Eminem did it.
Right. Okay. So all right, all right. So the song dropped. All right. Are y'all talking now?
Yeah, we good. We Gucci.
Okay. So all right, what did she think of the song?
I don't know. I never even.
Right.
I don't know if
No.
she heard it. I know she follows my music and she's like mad supportive. She probably did. It just never said nothing. But I don't know. I kind of don't even want to ask.
No, I feel you on that. It's like a release, and you sharing your truth on the song. So, like he
Yeah.
said, there's other people that may connect with it. So, all right, we're gonna pause real quick because you said a thing right there for the people that might be watching. Women
Yeah.
sometimes they get in relationships, right?
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to make their relationship work, but it affects other people. A lot of relationships, vice versa, guys and girls. They may get a guy may get in a girl. I mean, get with a girl. She says, I don't want you around these people. I don't want you with your friends now. So he's in a relationship. So say like me and you, we cool.
Mm-hmm.
I get a girl. She said, I don't want you around Cheeche no more. I'm trying to make my relationship work. I'm like, yo, Cheeche, nah. You know what I'm saying? People do
Mm-hmm.
that all the time. But it's like not only with friends, like you said, in the household. How important is that not losing yourself? Because the relationship may not work. It may
Right.
work, it may not work. So, like as a female, and you're a voice,
Mm-hmm.
what's your how do you look on what's your take on that? And what advice do you got for the viewers on that when it comes to that?
That's a great question because I've lost myself in so many relationships. Honey child. But advice for that is just to stay true to who you are and your beliefs and stand on it. Like if you honestly feel confident in how you feel about something or you know for a fact it's right or wrong or you want to do it and like just having a good self-esteem, a good like I want to say mindset because it depends on the person, but like just no being true to you
And
is
truly,
the best advice I can give. If you have self love, you would never be sucked into that. You would never succumb into manipulation or peer pressure or someone trying to force you to see things their way. Like once you know who you are as a person, that's why it's really great to have a good couple months to a year to yourself after a relationship to regroup and rebuild. So when you get into another situation, you won't go back to your old habits of like,
wow,
you know, being sucked in so quickly or brainwashed.
right?
It's
And
really
that
tough to get out of.
nah, and you speaking real, and it's like even being an artist myself. At one point or another throughout my career, I put my music on hold. Whether the
Mm,
person didn't agree with it, you're getting too much attention. I don't like all the women.
bad.
That's so okay. I'm gonna fall back to try to make the relationship work. But it's like you said, if you don't be that artist, you'll wind up you're being regretful. You'll resent it later. You probably even resent them for making you stop doing the music. So
Right.
what did you learn now from being where you are now to back then? What things did you learn, and how did you change, and how did you get past that?
I definitely felt you on the put music on hold part because I had to do that in order to make that 5 year work.
Right.
He was not taking no for an answer. Um, what I learned from that experience, honestly, is to not be super naive because I was naive to a lot of things. I was like, always gave the benefit of the doubt, even when the red flag was like dancing in my face. I would just be like, huh, no, I'm not seeing that. Like, I was really gullible. So, that, and also, just loving yourself. You have to love yourself to be in a relationship, or else it's never gonna work. Like,
Right.
never gonna work. You're going to be in a very, very, very sucked down, drained, depressive like state. Like, I feel like that relationship left me with PTSD. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it was that bad. And it's only because I didn't really love myself. My self esteem was very fragile. Like, he had all rights to do all that because he kind of knew the type of female he was working with. Someone he could just walk all over and manipulate and stuff like that. So I was all forgiving.
Wow.
So, yeah, love yourself. And also, do not be naive and gullible to the red flags because it's going to pop up again.
All right. So I don't want to get too personal. I don't want to get too deep. You don't have to answer what you don't want to answer. But you hitting some real points. There's a lot of females that watch the show. You said in that point, it's like, yo, you was dealing with a little low esteem at one point. You were being gullible.
Yeah.
Okay, people see you now. So obviously you've grown through it. I see your strength. I see you doing your thing in the video. You got your swagger back. How does a woman get to a point where it's like you broke down with low esteem? Because I'm pretty sure that you weren't born with low esteem. Something had to happen where you felt like this is what I deserve.
How did I get my self esteem up?
Yeah,
Basically,
esteem up
um,
from there. Like, yo, I deserve better.
I would say it took. Ugh, that's tough only because I still had a lot of frogs to kiss before I met my prince.
Right.
But overall, it took me being played in my face. Like, literally, I had another entanglement where he, one time, the girl he was messing with, he actually brought her to the house. Like, his friends and my friend used to date, so that was another reason why I was always there because my good friend used to live there.
Right.
So I was just there one day waiting for him. He pops up with a whole girl, and they all like sitting on his lap, and I'm just like, I'm not right here. Like, are you serious? And
Right.
that was a whole big thing. Me and her got into it because I ain't pussy. Like, I gotta press you now. Who are you? Because he's not
Right.
talking to me, so now I gotta make a show. Like,
Oh
But
wow.
learning from how embarrassing that experience was, that was when I was like, nah, I gotta chill. I gotta start picking the better types of men. I gotta start putting myself to a certain standard. I gotta
Right.
hold myself to a higher pedestal. Like, that was the last strike. I'm like, nah, people
Yeah.
playing me in my face now. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm,
See,
I'm
and
soft. I gotta toughen up. No way.
yeah, and that's it. That's the thing. See, we supposed to be talking about music. You hitting real points. You hitting real points, and I'm the type of person. I'm a free thinker, so it's like you hitting the points. So I gotta keep flowing with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Copy.
boom, 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 boom. But yo, all right, listening to your story. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunate that you had to go through that and all that. Real, really.
Thanks.
But in the industry in the world we live in right now, right? That's a reality show that everybody's watching.
Oh, I'm prepared.
Everybody's watching, like, yo, okay, so yo, not only is it the drama, the entanglements going on, I'm not pussy, so now I'm going to press you. Who are you? He don't want to talk. Somebody better give me some answers.
Pretty
You know what
much.
I'm saying? Yo, but you said that's real. That's emotions. That's how we feel when we go through things. But let me ask you, right? You
Mhm.
said I had to toughen up. Yo, come on. I'm better than this. I had to change my way of thinking, change the men I'm picking. You know what I'm saying? I had to go step it up. Let me ask you, yo, do you think, because it's like that's almost like the norm now. So it's
Mhm.
like you grew from it. You grew from it. You said, yo, I ain't doing that no more. Like, yo, I'm not up. Nah. Like you gonna disrespect me in my face. Right? You had a moment. Like, never again. But it's like on a day-to-day basis, all around the world, that happens and it's normal. Like
Yeah.
girls, like, yo, you gonna have to fight me for him. Or dudes like you gonna have to fight. She done dumped him 5 years ago. And everybody she tried to date, well, you gonna have to beat my ex. He might shoot you.
Hate those.
He might shoot you. But if you make it, we'll talk about it. But it's like, yo, as black people, yo, you said a powerful thing. It's like, yo, come on, I deserve better than this.
Yeah.
I deserve better than this than to be acting a fool. You said I had to give him a show. So you gave the show, right? But looking back at it, you're like, nah. So fast forward now, right? Bossed up, music bumping. He said I thought you said this. You see me now.
Copy.
Got love,
Mhm.
got my shine, got my music. I'm in the studio. So that's to both. The one that didn't want you in the studio, I'm in the studio now. The one that said you ain't gonna make it without me, I'm making it without you.
Right.
From that moment, right? You said a real moment. Yo, you played me to my face. Fast forward now. What's going through your mind? Your life is elevated. You bossed up. How does that feel? To come from this, where it's like, yo, that hurts to winning. How does that feel?
Um, it's very, very refreshing to know that once I walked away, it was obviously something that had to happen because of all the good that came after. Also, I found like this great, great guy because of it. Like, I'm so grateful for how everything turned out. I also now know what I want in life, I guess more. Like, what I want in men, how I want to maneuver from now on to still keep my dignity and respect because that I've kind of enforced in the relationship I am in now. So
Right. And
I just feel like, cloud nine, like I'm enlightened because I've been through it. I learned from it. And now I know what not to do. I know the red flags. Like, I pray and hope this one lasts, but God forbid, if it doesn't. Anybody after him, I just hope to God they don't ever, or I don't ever get to that place, which I doubt because
right,
it was kind of hard for him to break the wall down for a minute.
right,
But once it's down, and it was work. Like, he was very
right.
affectionate and comforting, reassuring. And yeah, I just feel like that was the best decision I made.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy where I'm at right now.
And that's the thing right there. So definitely salute to him right there. Definitely stepping up. You know what I'm saying? You said another real thing. So for the ladies watching, right? They may not be getting what they deserve. They sticking around. He might change. He played me to my face. Women, they watching. You never know what they going through.
Mm.
Men might be watching. She brought a dude in my face. She was the best thing. She was the best thing right. She was the best thing I ever had. Now, I don't know if I can get no better. You said I moved out of there. Things got the best that I ever had.
Yes.
What advice would you give them? These your brothers and sisters out here. They out here. They like, yo, he may not be the best, but he's a piece of man better than no man. What advice do you got for him?
Out of my 23 years of living, I would say that a guy is only going to show you what he wants to show you. Like, one of the best advice I've ever gotten was the man controls the relationship and the woman controls the sex. and
Wait,
that
wait, wait,
is
wait, whoa.
so.
Time out, time out. Break it
That's
down, slow it down, run it back. We
run it
replay.
back.
Run it back. What you say? You said something right there. What did you say there?
The man controls the relationship and the woman control the sex, because without a man's commitment there's no relationship, so you're just playing games. And as a woman, we kind of, unless he's on the predator side,
Right.
unless we say let's go, it is no sex. Like, that's what it really is. So we kind of control when we give it up, and they control how serious the relationship goes. And that's like,
Wow.
I live by that, because it's so true. If a man is not giving you any reason that he wants to come in, or he playing games, or he can't trust you as far as he could throw you, if it's in any uncomfortable situation where or you see potential of him being so great, but he gives you so little, like,
Wow.
don't even waste your time. I had somebody had me talk or date for 8 months and still trying to say, I just want us to grow more. And it's
Wow.
like, you don't really, to me at least, it doesn't take you that long to see if you want to be with somebody or not. Like, after a
Right.
while, you just playing games, or you just weighing out your options until something falls flat. And it's like, well, at least I got you, so now I'm serious. No,
Wow.
we're not
Right.
doing
So you
that.
kind of like option B. Like if option A don't work, I got this one in
Yeah,
the back.
men is not as complex as people think. Once you really study and really pay attention, a lot of men are so easy to read. We just get sucked in on what we want to get sucked in on, like
Wow.
physical traits.
Right. So okay. So we back to the project. I guess you know now.
Hmm.
We was at number 5 or 6. There's one more left, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. What was the last one that you remember? The
Vibes.
vibe. All right.
Vibes.
So let's
Vibes.
talk about the vibes. Who produced it, and what type of sound can they expect from vibes?
Vibes was a beat I honestly found on YouTube.
Right.
Um, and I did that song with my boyfriend, who I'm
You
with
did it
now.
with him.
Yes, it's a video out. It's actually one of my best songs out of my music upcoming history so far. Like, that's one of
Right.
my top songs. If I was
Okay.
to name three top songs, Vibes would be probably number two, but depending who you ask, number one. Because that's
Wow.
like, that song is fire. We
All right.
did.
Now I'm gonna have to find that one. I'm gonna have to check that one. I didn't get enough time to find that one.
Yeah,
Vibes. Okay,
that
so
song.
yo, but the thing is, again, I want to play a video in a minute. My cousin just dropped in. Salute to him. So yo, he's an engineer. But anyway, your sound. Let's talk about your recording process. Like, how do you get in the zone when it's time to record?
You know how long it takes me to record a song? Like, no joke. I'm the worst in the studio, because, like, I love to do it over. I always feel like it could sound better than what it sounds. There's been times where it was a clean take and I did not like it. Like, I just did not like it. And they'd be like, yo, like, one more time, we're going to do it again. Or, like, I'm really, I would say a perfectionist. I don't want to use that word because nobody's perfect.
Right.
Never really was a fan of that word, but I'm sort of kind of, I'm real tedious on certain things. Like, certain notes or whatever, it will bother me. My ears are very sensitive, so I can pick up on things that I feel like normal people who listen to music don't really hear. Like, even in industry songs, I can hear when they breathing. I can hear when the mic move. Like, I can hear certain stuff like that, or like when they do an off note, but no one else would catch it, but I catch it because I heard it. Like, I'm just real, like, it gotta be a certain way, and I would do it 100 times over until I feel like I'm ready to drop it. I don't. I guess because my first project traumatized me,
Right.
that
Wow.
anything after has to come correct. Like, I'm not even playing, but I'm also very fun in the studio. I
Nah,
don't lie. I'm not
I,
always serious.
nah, I get it. The thing is, it's like some of the greats, they're very possessive and personal over their sound. So
Yeah.
it's like you study the music. That's what's up. That's my cousin right there. That's cool. Salute, bro.
Hello.
So yo, so again, like you said, you have that ear, but you think of the greats like the James Brown, certain ones. It's like they hearing all this in their head because the artist is they're creating, they hear it. So it's not in a way like you being, nitpicking, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
I know what I hear. It's kind of like the record you were saying where you went back, it wasn't ready then you waited, and then you did it again.
Yeah.
Now it's ready. That's the type of artistry. It's like that's creative control where it's like, yo, I know what I hear and I want it to be right. But again, like you said, people may take it as being a perfectionist. She's a diva,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. But it's like your music is personal, and then you write from personal experience. So okay, let's talk about the Toxic video because I want to throw into that real quick. So who is the same videographer?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about the how did y'all come up with the concept and what
Um,
was that like shooting the video?
I just have this very homicidal side to me. I would never act on it, hopefully not.
Right.
But I always envision the alter ego side of me to be this like murderous bride. I don't know why.
Wow.
But I just wanted it to be sort of like a horror film because the song itself just gives me like doomy, creepy vibes.
Right.
But it's not a creepy song, but it has that piano. I think it's the piano for me. So I wanted to convey something like from the movie Us,
Wow.
but
Okay.
also that's why I had like a red jumpsuit in it
Right.
with the scissors because they had that in the film as like
Wow.
it's about a girl who gets possessed. Little
Right.
people know, and they have this like serial killer side. So it's like a Ted Bundy slash Us
Wow.
type
All
of
in one.
concept. Yeah. So I lure men in and I kill them. For my own toxic enjoyment. There's
Right.
no real reason behind it. I just get like this feeling comes over me where I just get into that serial killer mode and
Almost,
yeah, kill people.
almost like a Black Widow.
Yeah.
It's like lure you over. And you think
Man,
you about to have the best time of your
does.
life,
And
and
I
then
just
boom.
hit you in the head with a baseball bat. And
All
boom.
right. So
That's
that's
just
the crazy thing. So it's like, yo, the creative side is like, but when you hear the song, we got a lot of going on. We got the drug era. We
mhm.
got the toxic side of emotions and feelings, and we got the toxicity of partying and medicating yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a lot going on, but through the visual, you say, you know what, I want to switch it up. It's not the normal video.
Yeah, I did wanted to make it unrelated because at first it was just gonna be a video of me walking in a dark party, and then I see like the plug with the drugs at the end of the party, and I'd be on some Janae Aiko timing. But
Right.
I'm like, that's too predictable. Let me just bust their head. Let me make it into like a horror film.
Okay. So yo, all right. So let's bust their head real quick on the proof.
Let's bust their head.
So I'm gonna have you introduce toxic. I'm gonna let you throw to it, and then we're gonna jump into that, and we're gonna come back and talk about your early days in music from then to now, and what they can expect from you. That's cool.
Happy.
All right. So yeah, gotta introduce that.
So what y'all about to watch is another latest video of mine, Toxic. It's on YouTube. It's also on all streaming platforms. Y'all check it out because y'all gonna like it. And it's about me just killing people for fun and my own enjoyment. So I hope y'all like it.
All right.
And go watch that on YouTube.
All right. Here we go.
You doing anything later?
No, I'm chilling. What's up?
I was wondering, probably come by my place and get more acquainted.
I can fuck with that.
See you guys covered. Bye.
I'm not the bitch to be fucking with. I'm not the sweetheart type that ain't cutting it. Best it ain't bougie lifestyle, then we dubbing it. Yeah, roll up the weed, pop a perk or two. Indulge in that stuff that them rappers do. Just need me some stimulation. Cause my mind is toxic and I need to process. I'm not fine, I'm toxic, but I like it. Toxic, really noxious, really, really bad for ya, yeah. Tryna have me a good time, so please don't blow my high. This world is smoke forever, better to the pain I say goodbye. Get what I give, call it eye for eye. I'm on cloud nine, what's the vibe tonight? Don't start no shit, I'm preoccupied.
Have you ever felt like when you did something that you weren't supposed to be doing, that it wasn't you who did it? Like, have you ever felt like you was outside yourself? But what I was trying to say, like, have you ever felt like you weren't you, like you were outside your body?
I have to use the bathroom.
Please watch it, cause my mind is toxic and I need to process. I'm not fine, I'm toxic, but I like it. Toxic, no save me nonsense. Realize I'm toxic, really noxious, really, really bad for ya, yeah.
Yeah, that joint right there is my joint right there. I ain't even gonna front the vibe, like he said,
Thank
the
you.
vibe on that beat right there it just takes you on a
Yes,
whole nother
thank
level.
you. Because I
Yo,
saw his
so
comment. I was like, thank you. But I'm like, oh, he can't hear me.
okay, the toxic video drops. What was the reaction to that when people saw that one?
It actually wasn't bad. I honestly thought it wasn't gonna get as much attention as it did, but it honestly like surpassed my expectations. Like
Wow.
I'm
And
like, okay, they like me.
right. And that's
So
the
I can
thing about it. You have a sound. So let's talk about the early days, right? We're gonna take it back to Brooklyn. We're gonna take it back to Bed-Stuy, right?
copy.
So, all right, growing up,
Uh,
you've been singing your whole life, right?
yes, I have been.
What were your early inspirations?
I was a huge Brandy, but Beyonce too. I had a Beyonce face, like heavy on the beehive. I wanted to
Wow.
be just like her. And then because I was very big into Disney Channel, like I was one of those kids.
Right.
So I fell in love with Demi Lovato, who I'm a big fan of. That's why I took her last name.
Wow.
But that Lovato came from Demi Lovato because
Salute to
I
Demi Lovato.
aspired to meet her one day and do a song, and she just loved me because we share the same stage name. Like, I
Wow.
wanted to be like that,
Right.
It
And
be
that's
like,
the
oh my
thing.
god,
That's the thing. Like Demi Lovato, she has a credible voice. Definitely amazing.
yes,
So it's like as a child, you watching Disney, right? I get the vibe from seeing everything coming. I'm seeing the visuals.
yeah,
I can picture you watching Disney and you're saying, I need to be up there. I'll show them how to really do it.
yes. I really wanted to be on Disney before I researched how they really operate, but as a kid, it looked all fun and games and like La La Land. And I first saw her not even on Camp Rock. She used to be on As the Bell Ring. It was like a
Wow.
little side show that they used to put before the real show comes on.
Right.
So she used to sing on there. And I'm like, yo, who is her? Like, who is this? She has a crazy voice. Like, she really could sing. And from then, I saw her on Camp Rock, and then oh, my stand days with her was crazy. Then I would like really research her and try to find everything there is to know about her to where I know everything about her. At least I
Wow,
think I do. But
that's dope right there. We got a comment, a question in the comments.
like you guys share the same tones. The rock record, I did hear that. I definitely think that that is a great lane for her. Like I don't know it by heart, but I've heard it like a couple times on social media, and it doesn't sound bad. It's actually really cute and catchy. But shout out to Willow Smith.
That's the thing right
Hopefully
there.
this resurface one day, you know.
You
And you know I
never
wasn't
know.
a hater.
You never know. You know what I'm saying? She might be like, yo, she might want to do a toxic remix. Like I
Feel
get a
me?
little toxic myself.
That'll be
You-
real rock and edgy, and I'm here for it.
Yo, that's dope
Definitely.
right there. So okay, growing up, right? You watching Disney. There was some you said Brandy. We can't skip by Brandy.
Can't skip by Brent.
Let's talk about how did Brandy impact you, and what song stood out the most from Brandy from you, and how did you first get introduced to Brandy?
Um, my mom was a well, she still is huge Brandy fan. That's one of the top things I heard every time I was in the house. She was cleaning or cooking or doing something, or
Right.
in her car. Like I have this very solid memory when I was probably 4 or 5, and she used to drive around and blast that Full Moon album all day long. So I kind of grew up on her a lot, and a lot of trying to think. R. Kelly too. She played R. Kelly a lot, but Brandy, that was like in her head. They was like this. They knew each other. She
Wow.
loved Brandy. I really hope one day I get to meet her so she could like sing for my mom. I know that would be like a dream come true for her. But I always rocked with Brandy and her sound and her voice, and yeah, them riffs.
Wow.
We're not
Okay.
fucking with her. Not
Okay.
fucking with
So
her.
that's the thing right there. So all right. So now let's talk about when did you first realize like yo, I got a voice. I'm gonna be a star.
Easy. After my first talent show in 4th grade,
Wow.
I sung "Listen" by Beyonce. Big song, right? At that
Wow.
time, like I didn't care. I was a risk taker. I'm not so much now because I can hear myself,
Right.
but back then I took risks with my songs. So I'm like, I'm gonna sing "Listen" by Beyonce, and I
Wow.
sung it. And I kid you not, like I'm pretty sure I sounded really good for my age because I got a standing ovation. This is fourth
Wow.
grade.
Right.
You know, like I had to be hitting some notes. I remember when my mother's ex boyfriend came to pick me up during rehearsals, and I sung that before I left, and he started crying, and I'm like,
Wow.
that's when I knew, like, okay, I'm making people cry.
Right.
This ain't a joke. I just could take it seriously. So when I performed that on stage and I got a great reaction, that was what set the tone. Like, all right, I'm gonna take
Wow.
music seriously. I'm gonna be a singer.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. What's your favorite three songs to sing?
Um, it varies. See, like I'm also a big Ariana Grande fan.
Right.
So one of her, like I love singing her songs because I feel like it fits my tone. But from her, I would say, what is the name of that song? Oh my god. Don't tell me. It's with the weekend. It's with the weekend. Love Me Harder.
Love Me Harder. Okay.
Um, that or like Ghostin' is a fun song. He is. I love singing that song. Um, Almost Doesn't Count.
Oh wow. Not Brandy. You're not talking about Brandy. Almost doesn't count.
Yeah, with a Demi song, cause you know I can't even leave out. Like she probably like, what you talking about? With a Demi, I would say I love to sing Fix a Heart.
All right. Yeah, we got another comment. I was setting you up for it, but they didn't
A
jump. They didn't
couple
do it out
bars
there.
of your
I
favorite
was setting it
record.
up. I was setting it
Couple
up. I
bars.
was about to set it
Like
up.
rapping.
Nah, singing. You're a singer.
Oh, y'all want me to sing right now?
Yeah, like come on, you can do this,
Of my favorite song. Let me think. Let me think.
even if it's one of your songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is the world right here. The whole World Wide Web is watching right here. This is your moment to show them, yo, I'm a star already. They just ain't caught up. I'm already a legend.
Hmm. Okay. Boom. Because this is like you gotta be tactical when you pick song selections. So see, I hate these questions only because my mind goes super blank and it's so annoying. Shit. China, what do you sing every day? Shit. Oh. I gotta give me a little more time. I'm so sorry.
You get that? You
My
get.
mind just said, like, fucking pick a song.
What
Hate
about vibes?
vibes. Oh, okay. I love what you ask of me. I love that you're so nasty, and I love how you take your time. Let's act out what's on your mind, and don't hold back. Look in my eyes. Start kissing between my thighs. I love what you ask of me, deep and deeper. I know I should keep this on a hush, yeah. But all I'm trying to do is really fuck, yeah. Let's take off for the night. Let's get caught up in the vibe. Let's get caught up in the vibe. That is right, nothing else. That's how the song goes.
Yo,
But
that's dope right there. Yo, you did it. Yo, you weren't scared. You jumped right in there. You
oh,
jumped
cause
right in.
that's vibes. Like I'm gonna
Right.
say, you gotta like say why.
Wow, yo, definitely, yo, you did good, yo, you did it. So, yo, that's the thing right there. The proof is in the pudding, right? Cheeche Lovato. All right, so you put out 3 EPs. Let's tell the people about the EPs so if they want to go back and stream them. Let's start with EP number 1.
So my first EP is called To Be Continued. We don't speak of that because that is probably my words. I have probably 3 good songs that I can put as honorable mentions. That's She, that is I'm Gone, which is a top tier, and Thinking Out Loud. I did videos to all but She because I kept going back and forth with the concept and I just said fuck it, I'm just not gonna do it.
Right.
The second one is called TBC 2.0, and the TBC stands for To Be Continued 2.0. So
Wow.
people don't really notice that, but I be hoping somebody would notice. But then I have to blatantly explain it's
Right.
just the part 2 to the part 1,
Right.
and then it was I Guess You Know Now. So,
Wow. Okay, so let's look back, right?
mm-hmm.
Where you are now. You're doing it, right? You got your idea. You know how you want your sound. What changed through the process from CD1, EP1, EP2 to EP3? When we talk about growth, what things have you learned throughout your career?
How to better, I guess. Well, scratch that because I was about to say some more stupid shit. Um, my sound definitely evolved from those 3 tapes, and you'll hear it for sure. My voice has gotten crazy better.
Right.
Because like I said, I know like most artists don't like to kind of like show that they had to grow as an artist. I used to think that it's not good to be like I guess show that soft side of music where you
Right.
kind of get embarrassed and you don't sound as great as you think you do, so you got to take that walk of shame. Like I was always like all my EP sound like, no, they don't. I had to learn the hard way about that, but
Right.
my sound, my voice, and I would say just how I like my Candace on a song.
Right.
You
And
you feel it more.
that's the thing. You definitely have a bop, definitely a jazz bop to it, and you definitely know how to ride the lane. You find yourself, you find your swagger, if that makes sense on the beat. So let's talk about your growth. You said over the time you evolve. So let's talk about even with the growth with the writing styles. How has your writing changed over the years?
The more I experience life, I guess, the more it helps me write about topics I didn't think I could tap into.
Right,
I never envisioned myself writing party music because I was always a depressive ass. But now, because I'm past that, I can definitely write a party song. Or I could write sex songs. That was something I was so like "Ugh," about. Like,
right,
am I even sexy? Like, I would then question myself: Can I write a sex song and it makes sense? But
right,
once I started tapping into that, it's
right,
like, oh, so I can write a sex song, and people can like, vibe with it. It don't sound forced. It don't sound make believe. Like
right.
it sound like I really what do, but it sounds like how it's supposed to sound. So that definitely helped a lot. Experience.
Okay. And definitely, like you said, so you're writing from personal experiences. We see the videos now. You definitely found your confidence. Definitely found, yo, I'm ready. Yo, y'all ready? Because I was born ready. You got a different type of confidence level. So let's talk about how did you develop that? Because I hear you say, yo, you didn't always feel this way at one time, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So how did you develop that? And
Crazy enough, I always projected confidence. I just never believed it until now. Like I always had this facade that I'm better than you, and like y'all can't fuck with me. Like since high school, since middle school, ask anybody. I've always been kind of stuck up. I'm not gonna lie,
right,
but that's just, I guess, at the time what I was leaning forward, but never really fully felt. It was like a shield. Everybody has a defense mechanism. So
right.
mine was just being overly confident and cocky and just,
All right. So
making it seem like I'm
right,
feeling myself 24/7. I'm always in the mirror, like, but I wasn't really too confident. So I guess I had to believe in myself more and get out of those bad situations with men, because I would say that kind of played a very huge role on my confidence, because
right,
I was boy crazy. I grew up boy crazy.
right.
So
And
once, I started taking better care of myself and my mind and who I give my energy to, and making better music than before, getting great feedback, that kind of boosts my confidence a lot.
right. And that's the thing right there. So you know how I do. You bring it up and I hear it. And I said, let's park right here real quick. You said a powerful thing right there, right? Okay. So you said you had a defense mechanism. We
Yeah.
all do. You said a key word, a facade image, right? So that's one thing I respect about you, yo. You real, you genuine, you talented. We know that, but I never knew none of this stuff. You sharing it on the podcast. I appreciate you being honest. You get what I'm saying? You being transparent. And that's real because that's what you don't get in the industry. Everything is overcompensated, everything is perfect, and it's not that way. So everybody in the industry is walking around with a facade. They have these images. But like you said, it was a defense mechanism because inside it's like, yo, maybe I'm not as confident, or maybe, so I'm gonna over make it seem like I'm confident because I don't want people to see that in me.
Hmm.
Right. Do you notice that with social media and the industry, everything is over exaggerated? If you take that same concept, so it's like, okay, I'm more confident because I'm really not confident. Do
Hmm.
you think that applies to social media? Do you see that a lot where it's like,
Hell yes. And I hate social media sometimes. And I just wrote a post about this too. I said, when I make it, I'm going to use my platform to cancel culture, because that is a very, very toxic ass group of people. You can't be canceling people for being human. Like, I hate cancel culture. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I
They
really
gonna
need to shut that
you gonna get us canceled. You gonna get the proof
down.
canceled.
Hell no. I feel like they have an unrealistic mindset of life, and they it's so projected to where everyone is starting to hop on the bandwagon, and they're losing sense of reality. And it's like, yo, it's okay to make that mistake. It's okay to not know the words of something. It's okay to eat certain foods. Like, why am I being canceled because I don't like a certain show? Like, stuff
Right.
like that is so weird. You don't agree with someone else's opinion, you're canceled. Why can't we agree to disagree? I hate that shit.
Nah,
Like,
that's real.
social media really has its pros, don't get me wrong, but it's doing more harm than good only because of what's being put out there. It's
Right.
just too unrealistic. It's not the real
So
world. It's really not.
nah, that's a fact right there. So we got another question that say, do you believe that R&B is a dying genre in terms of subject matter?
It's starting to, yeah, because
It's start,
everybody's playing it too safe. Everybody's
everybody's
starting
playing
to
it.
sound the same. Everybody's trying to do that flow. What's that new R&B trap?
R&B
Everybody's trying
trap.
to sing on now. Those little Summer Walker beats and stuff. Like, what happened to music where there was harmonies in the beginning, there was an acapella before the beat dropped, like little stuff like that mattered. The way they structure the songs, everything is rappy singing.
Right nowadays.
Like, even rap, you don't even know if it's rap. I feel like rap is gonna die out soon too because people are starting to sing and
Right.
call it rapping. That's not rapping.
That's
I
not right.
recall rapping as spitting bars, like
Right.
punchlines. What the hell am I saying? And he's saying time heals. Like, that's not a rapping song. That's a singing song. I don't care what
Right.
nobody say. Everybody, ugh, the lanes
Right.
is starting to do
Cross.
too much of this. It's getting annoying.
Right. Facts. That's definitely facts right there. So okay, as an artist, right? Your
Mm-hmm.
sound is definitely not in these lanes. You definitely got your own lane. I'm a big fan. I'm not even gonna front. I told you. I heard it. I'm like, yo, I gotta get to know. I gotta get in tune. And I'm glad I did because you're like a breath of fresh air because what you're bringing is a different style, even with your beat selection. Let's
Thank
talk
you.
about your beats because you keep saying boy beats for people that may not be familiar. They may not be in the loop. Let's break that down and let's explain your sound.
So I would say I'm like alternative R&B. Is that a question?
Nah, he said the little Tylenol is taking over the world.
I'm saying right. I'm like alternative R&B with like a mix of indie pop, but I have some pop songs, not a lot. So I'm gonna just say alternative R&B.
Right,
I do a lot of beats that you would hear a guy on, not really a girl. I like to always challenge myself in a way or switch the norm. A
right,
lot of my beat selections is like, you know, fake on the Kanye side or the Frank Ocean or like a Joey Badass feel. And I would just take those beats and I'll make it my own. Just so
right,
I can get both female and male fans.
right.
Because the first things most male look for is the beat.
Right.
Females really gravitate to lyrics. So if I mix it, you got Cheeche Lovato.
Yeah.
Like,
And
just a mixture of man and female.
that's the thing right there. So let me ask you: you're in New York, growing up in New York. What is
Yeah.
the industry scene like out there? People think, yo, I'm just gonna go to New York and get signed. What is the industry like out there, and
If
what's
you're
been your
not
experience?
a drill rapper, because that seems like that's all they look for in New York is drill rappers or rappers that sound like Pop Smoke or freaking that Whoopty guy. I keep forgetting his name. Like anything in that lane, you're more than likely not to get noticed right away. You're just gonna have to keep working. Like R&B in New York, I don't really see it being as broadcast as drill.
Right,
So if you're coming to New York to get signed, you better have a pretty solid fan base and just be incredibly talented music wise, have the whole package as an artist because it's more than talent. Sometimes you gotta look the part too. Um, yeah, just be dedicated and consistent.
And
But
that's it.
I mostly see drill rappers take off faster than R&B singers in New York.
Okay. So have you been doing shows and stuff out there, or
Um, Showcases have been slow due to COVID.
right?
I've done one pot one pop-up shop this year so far. I actually have a show next Friday at another
Okay.
pop-up shop where I sing a couple songs, and I think I have another one in July
In
or
July.
August. Gotta check again. But
Okay.
I don't really do a lot of live work because I'm more so focused on getting my music out. Because when
Okay.
I was doing showcasings before COVID, like I noticed showcasings kind of rigged in a way. Like they already know who the winner is, or like you're mostly coming there to network. Don't
Right.
think you're about to get signed. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just to meet people. It's not. I don't really need it to me. I don't really see the hype in
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Like I said, I'm in North Carolina.
it.
And a
Mhm.
lot of things that I noticed at a lot of showcases and stuff like that, and maybe it may be different there. I'm just asking from a different point of view. But I noticed down here a lot of times when you go to the showcases, like you said, you do a lot of networking. There's a
Mhm.
lot of artists in the building, but not a lot of fans, not the people that
Yeah.
listen to music. It's mostly you performing in front of artists. So, New York, is it similar or different out there?
Um, it's different because if you have a lot of supporters, it be full of mix. Like there'll be fans, there'll be A&Rs, ironically there that just happen to be there. So it's a hit or miss. Mostly miss because I be feeling like A&Rs don't be coming there for that, but they be coming there for that at the same time.
Right.
It just depends if they see you first sight and be like, nah, I gotta sign her or I gotta put her onto this record label or something like that. Like that's like a one in a lifetime chance in New York.
Okay.
Everybody's literally trying to do the same thing, or the sound is so similar out here. I hate it. But yeah, it's some mixture of fans and there's artists and there's like people who's in the industry that just come just to sit.
All right. And that's the thing. They say if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
It is a melting pot.
So let's talk about some of the crowds. New York is tough. New York is tough. They get off of that stage. See, we talk about the Apollo Theater. Get out of here.
They do boo you, and you will cry. Just
You
know.
never been booked. You never been booked.
I've been laughed at.
Wait. See,
I have
like I
been
said, I'm
laughed
down
at.
south. I'm down south. We don't laugh at people. So they really just bust out laughing. Like I'm not trying to laugh at your pain.
Nah, I could laugh at it now. It's a learning experience. I'm telling you. This was in high school though. It was my senior year Christmas show. This last Christmas show I'll ever do in this school. So I finally got a solo. I was fighting for a solo my whole high school years. Like my chorus teacher was real stingy on solo. So I got it through another way. I got it through my guitar teacher.
Wow.
So I finally got my chance, and me and the drama teacher had this little feud beef thing. I don't know what you want to call it. It was petty though. So he was in charge of sound. I'm singing. I'm nervous as hell because I don't get solos like that, but I'm trying to play it off because I'm a trooper. And my mic keep cutting on and off. So the only people who's up there that can control that is a teacher and a friend of mine who was there. But she was the one who told me that he was messing with the mics. So he was purposely turning it on and off.
Right.
Why? I don't know. Why he chose that moment? I don't know. If I sound that bad, just say that. But my friend in the audience was recording the performance, and in the video I kept singing Wide Away, and I
Right.
just cried backstage. Like there was nothing I could do. The show must go on, right?
Right.
In the video you hear people in the audience laughing their ass off, And then someone was like, "Stop, y'all!" Like, but they was just weak, and they claimed it was because of my face expressions, which I guess, but the
Right.
laugh was stopped at a certain point. Like, I kept laughing every time the mic was on and off, on and off, on and off.
Right.
And that was discouraging. But
That's definitely encouraging.
surprisingly, I had mad support behind that because they just did not like the fact that he did that. Plus,
Right.
kind of ended off on a strong note too.
Okay. So that's the thing right there. But you said a key thing. You didn't freeze up. You didn't stop. You kept pushing through it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you a quick story, real quick, about New York high schools and middle school events. Right. So I go to one. Right. It's my
Hmm.
first time ever performing, but it's not me. It's like 3 acts before that. Right now, mind you, these are kids.
Hmm.
You would have thought you was at Showtime at the Apollo. They out there, they performing and rapping, dancing or whatever. Not the people in the school. These are the parents.
Oh wow.
Get them off the damn stage. Boo, boo. This is in Brooklyn. This is
I
in
believe
Brooklyn.
it.
This,
I believe it.
this is in Brooklyn, yo. They're like, yo, get them out of here. Yo, and this is kids. So when you talk about the crowds, like New York is different. It's like they don't care about you being young. They don't care
They
about your
really don't.
feelings. None of that. So it's like the thing is, you got through it. You went backstage. I bet in that moment you said that'll never happen again.
Yeah, I was gonna quit. I definitely was. I'm like, no, that's not fair. But my dancing, well, not my dancing teacher, but the dancing teacher who I was cool with in there, she gave me like this pep talk, like, you know what, shit happens, it's show business. Like, you kept going, that's all that matters. So wipe your tears, chin up, like, you gonna be all right. She was real
Wow.
hard, like, no
Right.
empathy whatsoever. That that was embarrassing. But she was just like, you kept singing, so just wipe your tears. It's okay. Like, whatever. But
Wow.
I
And
was, I kind of knew I was gonna sing again. I was just being dramatic. Like, I'm not
right.
doing it. No.
That's because it's hurtful. But it's like the thing is now imagine, right? You're a Beyonce or somebody like that. Not the sound man, because sometimes the mics do malfunction. Sometimes it's like you might go out of range and it drops and it's
Hmm.
clipping, or the battery may be dying.
No, it was a cord. It was a cord microphone.
Oh yeah, so he was definitely
Yeah.
yeah, okay, all right. So I tried to help him. All right, he was wrong for that. So all right, but let me ask you: you're on a stage like a Beyonce type of crowd,
Hmm.
and the mic starts clipping. What are you doing?
I'm still gonna sing. I had to finish my whole performance without the mic, so I was just still sing. I mean, you got to. You can't just unless you one of those who be like, start it over. Then
So
hey, start it over. But like again, you might as well go through with it. Plus, it just shows your drive. Like
right, and that's the
just do
thing,
it.
and that's real right there, yo. So let me ask you, okay, so what's some of your plans in the future? I know you got the new project. Let's talk about that real quick.
Copy. I am dropping a project slash mini album on my birthday. It is called Chi Mode.
Timo.
Hashtag Chi Mode. Very excited. I was gonna name it 24 only because I'm turning 24 and my birthday's July 24th. I'm like,
Oh
oh,
wow.
that's so cute. But nah, I'm gonna call it G mode because that's exactly the type of mode I'm in. I'm locked in. I'm activated. Like, let's do this. The vibe on it, I would say, is just a mixture of me in one take. Like,
Wow.
moods wise, it's not gonna be a consistent mood like my other EPs. You kind of know what you were getting because
Right.
I'm in my feelings or I'm talking about love. That's just the message of that tape. But this one, I'm gonna be in my feelings. Then I'm gonna be partying. Then I wanna fuck. Then I wanna
Right.
drink. Like,
Right.
but that's really me. Like, that's how I am. I'm kind of like a big ball of personality. So
Right. And that's
it's a
dope. So
personality tape.
so let me ask you, how many songs are you in already?
I'm at 8.
You're at
I
eight.
might do 8 songs. I might do 10 songs. I'm back and forth with it. I'm
Might
still
do 10.
working some
All right.
kinks.
So let me ask you, okay. So you still got room for a couple more songs.
Yes, I do.
All right, you got the party vibes, you got the smoke vibes, you got the chilling with your man vibes, you got a little bit of everything. All right, so let me ask you, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you gonna do a 24 song? Why not?
Hold on. You are definitely breaking up. Gotta let you know that. And my phone is definitely about to die. What was you saying?
No, I was saying, you got a couple more songs left on the thing. I was
Hello?
saying you was,
Uh
yeah.
oh.
Can you hear me?
Maybe I shouldn't have took that off. No.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. Now I was
Yeah.
saying you
Oops.
got a few more
Technical
songs left.
difficulties.
You get. I was
Mm-hmm.
saying you got a few more songs left, and you were saying that you was thinking about naming the album 24 because of your birthday and being you said 24. You turning 24 in July 24th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you think you might put a song called 24 up there?
Nah.
Okay, not on this one.
No. I have
All
my
right.
track list. It's more so on which songs I really want to keep. Like, I record a bunch of songs that I feel would be cute for the tape. And then me
Right.
and my team, R2H, we're going to deliberate and
Solidified.
we're going to all do a process of elimination. It's like a team effort. I like to have
Okay.
my team a part of my creative process as well.
And that makes sense right there. So let's talk about the team a little bit. Let's let the people know where they can find your music and anything else we might have missed so far.
Copy, hey y'all again, y'all out there. So my team is R2H. It means Road to Hollywood. I'm actually the only singer. It's a bunch of rappers, but
Wow.
one of the I would say known people in the team. He kind of started it, and he got his most elite group of artists, rappers, you know, entrepreneurs, and all put us in one team. So we
Wow.
all bring a different sound. It's like a little mini Young Money, I would
Okay.
say, just with a girl singer. But
Wow.
you can find all their music on all streaming platforms. It's like a number of us. There's Hollywood Scrims, there's Cash Stacks, there's TK Ant, there's Ant Delaro. I think
Wow.
that's how you say it. I know I'm missing someone and I'm so sorry, but it's mad of us. We're all super dope and talented. Make sure y'all check that out. You can find my music as well on all streaming platforms. On
Right.
YouTube, like SoundCloud, Apple, Tidal, Spotify, Google Play, you name it, I'm on there. Just type in Cheeche Lovato, what you see on the bottom of that screen, and you're gonna see a pretty brown skin. For short hair, maybe long hair, depends on my mood. But yeah.
And that's the thing right there, yo. And that's the thing. So you repping the team and all that. Yo, do me a favor when we finish, right? Inbox me their link, like their
Okay.
link tree or something, and I'll put it in the comments for people to check
Copy.
out R2H, Road to Hollywood. Salute to all of them. So now, okay, the project is dropping on your birthday.
Yes.
Okay, so we got about a month waiting for that. All right, so we looking forward to that. Let me ask you, yo, when you drop the project, will you come back and kick it with us again?
Definitely. I
Okay.
actually is had a lot of fun, even though it's virtual.
Okay.
This was really cool. I like shows like this.
Yo, that's dope right there. Again, salute to your team. Anything that we might have missed, right? That you need the people to know before we sign off.
Okay.
Go ahead and let them
I
know.
definitely gotta show love to this person. I totally forgot him. Trendy. Trendy. He's fire, and he actually is writing a couple songs on the tape that I'm dropping. We also did a song together, two
Wow.
songs together. It's fire. Oh my god, definitely. I'm so sorry I forgot him. I know he's probably like but
That's right.
nah, had to
Salute to
mention him.
Trendy.
He also sells clothes. His clothing line is fire. Gotta tap in, check in,
Wow.
send you the website. Tell a friend it's affordable. Y'all gonna fuck with it. But stay tuned for the project on my birthday. You can follow me on Instagram right there, on Twitter, Cheeche Lovato. That's it. I'm also on TikTok. I don't really
Okay.
use it like that, but if you're a TikTok person, That's 30 Chi 0707. I'm doing a couple modeling gigs here and there, so you're gonna see, like, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see some photo shoots. Nothing too crazy other than you're just gonna see me everywhere soon. So be on the lookout. Stay in tune.
And that's the thing, yo. You definitely doing your thing. You Black excellence. I like what you're doing. I like what you represent. You representing strength. You got a story of what you've been through. I don't want the phone to die, so that's why I'm speeding. I'm rolling, speeding it up. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, I definitely appreciate you and salute you because I see what you're doing. You're building your brand. You're definitely making good music. Don't stop. Keep being creative. Salute to your team because, like I said, even when I seen the video and I heard the sound, it sounded like you've been doing it forever. So you definitely got the right people around you.
Thank you.
The package, everything is coming together. So it's like, yo, don't stop, don't get distracted, keep going forward. If you got any last shout outs, anything you want to do, you can do that now. And then before you do that, I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna do the sign off, but you do your shout outs and then introduce the first video we played. We're gonna end it with that.
Oh, yes, I do. Oh, yes.
All right, so this is, hold on before you start. This is the Proof in the Pudding podcast show. I told y'all it was going down. Cheeche the singer in the building. Cheeche Lovato, yo, all the way from Brooklyn. She's on the Proof, shutting it down, yo, and we thank her for coming through. Be sure to stream her music. Y'all already know who I am. I'm Sion 919. Yo, Cheeche, yo, I appreciate you, yo, and it's on you.
Thank you. Shout out to my boyfriend. He's also an artist. He's dropping stuff too. Official Maui. Follow him on Instagram. Shout out to my best friend. Shout out to my day one. Shout out to my mother, to my father, my supporters. I fucks with y'all a long way. Bougie motherfucking lifestyle. You know how we coming or whatever. 2021. And I sign out.
All right, that's what's up. Introduce the video and we going.
Copy. You are now about to watch my latest video called I Thought You Said on YouTube, on all streaming platforms. Check it out. Lyric video on YouTube. Tap the fucking.
All right, yo, we out of here. Yo, salute. Yo, Cheeche Lovato. Yo, much love to you and your team. Yo, we thank y'all. Salute to everybody that's watching. Yo, we love y'all. Peace.
Appreciate it.
Thought you said that I would miss out, but you're still a bum. I thought you said you had me figured out, nigga, are you dumb? I thought you said that you're in the man, but you're still unknown. I thought you said that you ain't looking back, why you on my phone? You was leeching, started tweaking, like Cardi said, what's the reason? Now you're wifey, talking spicy, but when I pulled up, she wouldn't fight me. And I thought you said to keep a lid on my feelings, and I thought you said we wouldn't last, I'm still with her. And I thought you said the hurt you gave was my business, and I thought you said this won't be going down. I was a fool. I had niggas, but I settled for you. You're my loss. Boy, bye, I never lose. Tell your girl, go out, cop your new shoes, cause them shits is leaning. Boy, I was a fool to think that I was collateral, when in fact the spies pointed to you. God bless, go find something to do, cause baby you tweaking. You tryna be petty and started pissing me off, when you did not have this energy. My bro made you look soft, and you can stop all the pillow talking your shit. I thought you said we wouldn't last, I'm still with him. And I thought you said the hurt you gave was my business. And I thought you said this won't be going down. And I thought you said to keep a lid on my feelings. And I thought you said we wouldn't last, I'm still with him. And I thought you said the hurt you gave was my business. And I thought you said this won't be going down. You was leeching, started tweaking, like Cardi said. What's the reason? Now you're wifey, talking spicy. But when I pull